So today, kids, we are going to be practicing how to do a silhouette of deciduous trees. That would be like trees that turn green in the spring, like elm trees, oak trees, maple trees, all that. Okay, so we are going to start by dipping and flipping our big brush, because we have a big brush, we have a tiny brush, and we have a fan brush. Okay, so we're going to start by painting the foreground. And you can see I have a piece of construction paper that's just nice, nasty construction paper that's super old and icky. And we are going to be practicing on this, and then we're going to throw it away. We're not going to keep these because they're just practice. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way to the edge, and I'm going to use my table paper to just make sure that I'm leaving my table as clean as I can. Okay. Now, this is my foreground. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint a great big tree. Okay, so it's gonna start like this, okay? But that doesn't look like a tree. Trees have a little bit bigger on the bottom, kind of like a letter A right here. And then usually they're a little bit thicker, and try not to be perfect with it because they should be a little wiggly. And then we're going to put some arms on the tree, and it's going to be wiggly arms. Okay? And then we're going to just put some hair on his head, kind of like that. All right? Then we're going to go to our smaller brush, and we're going to put some teeny tiny little lines. Just like this. Remember, the lighter you do it, the skinnier they'll be. All right, then we're gonna get our fan brush. We're gonna dip and flip our fan brush. And the one thing you wanna make sure you're doing is you're not covering all of the paper up, because you can see through the trees. The leaves don't cover everything. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm just flipping my fan brush around like this. And I know, you're like, well, why did I do that, all that other stuff? Well, it's gonna show through a little bit. And I'm turning my fan brush. Okay, so there's a tree. Let's see not how to do that. Okay, so how to not do it. We don't wanna make it like this big. Okay, that's way too big. This was like one finger and the base was a couple fingers. This is just way too big. All right, then here's how not to do it. All right, we don't want to go like this. That's not what we did, okay? We don't want to go like this and make it super solid and really, really black, because that would be too solid, okay? I want to let some of the sky show through. All right, then when you get done with that, you're gonna take your little brush and we're gonna make some littler trees. Okay, so still kind of the letter A, and doing some little branchies. And then I'm just gonna use this brush and I'm just gonna tap. But I wanna make sure that I'm not covering the whole thing. Okay, all right. So trees can be lots of different shapes. So don't make them all just be round. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a clump of trees. These trees are so far away that they just look like kind of like the landscape